Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about drawing doors in AutoCAD. Take a close look at this plan and you can see where the doors have been placed. These doors are drawn to a specific size. They're not just drawn arbitrarily, and they are placed with intent. Specifically right here in this particular door, we have it placed in the center of this wall that goes horizontally. And this leads to a bedroom. The door opens into the bedroom, not out of the bedroom. Okay, our doors always open into the areas that they lead us into. We have the actual door, which is this part right here that my cursor is going around. And then we have the opening of the door right through here. And then we have the door swing, which kind of indicates how the door opens. If I take my measuring tool, I can see that it is a specific measurement. It is 2 foot 6 inches, which is the same as 30 inches. And of course, this is the actual door itself. It is also the same size. Okay, it's got to fit in this hole. It's a 30-inch hole, so we draw a 30-inch door to fit into that hole. Okay, here is a 30-inch door again. Measure. We see it's 2 foot 6 inches, which equals 30 inches. And let's talk about how to go about drawing these doors. All right. Don't try to make your drawing too complicated. Okay. Don't think about it as too complicated. It's really, lots of easily shaped geometry. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is actually establish this 30-inch width. Okay, and I can do that in several ways. There's several ways to draw a door, but let's start with a rectangle. Let's do the rectangle. And one of the things we want to keep in mind, okay, we're going to draw a 30-inch door. We know that. Okay, but how thick does this door need to be? I mean, it's going to have to fit into the wall. Again, looking over here, how does that door fit into the wall? It looks like I need to know what my wall thickness is. Okay, so here my wall thickness is 4.5 inches, so 4.5 inches. So I need to prepare for that as well. Okay, so 30 inches wide. I'm going to use a rectangle. Okay, I'm going to draw this rectangle out, and I'm going to type the width into the x-axis box. Okay, and that's going to be 30 inches. And then I'm going to hit my tab key on my keyboard to go to the y-axis box, and that one's going to be 4.5 inches. Okay, so there's my door opening. There's my doorway. Now, I want to draw the rest of this door. I'm going to use the line tool. I'm going to start right here on this very corner. I'm going to draw up. How far am I going to draw? Well, obviously, if it's a door that needs to fit into a 30-inch space, it would need to be a 30-inch door. Okay. And then I draw over to the left just 2 inches, and that is an arbitrary number. And then I draw down until my line becomes perpendicular to that particular baseline. Okay, that horizontal line. So now we really have a door almost. Next, I'm going to choose the arc tool, and I like to use the start end angle arc. Click on that and draw the arc of the door. Okay, so that's a quarter circle. I'm going to click on that arc and then come here to the to my line type selection, and I'm going to choose the hidden line. Okay, so I've made that line a hidden line. Next thing I'm going to do is trim out these lines because they were only there to kind of help guide me. And now I have a door. The next thing I want to do with this door is I want to turn it into a block because I don't want to have to move it and handle it by all these separate pieces of geometry because all these little pieces are all separate right now. I'm going to go to the Insert tab up in the tab bar. Click on Insert. Then I'm going to click right here. It says Create Block. So I'm going to create the block. I'm going to name the block. 30 IN door. Now, because I have more or other 30-inch doors also that I have already made for this plan, I'm going to have to add something that sets it apart uniquely from the other 30-inch doors. So I'm just going to put in the letter I, okay, for interior. So 30 IN door I. Click OK. And now I look at my dynamic input, which is that box that keeps following my cursor around. That dynamic input box says to specify insertion base point. Okay, that is the point for which I would like to manage this door, that I would like to move it around by. So I'm going to click on this corner, which for me is just the best way to handle the doors, from that corner right there, that hinge connection. I'm going to click on it, and now my dynamic input changes to select object. So it wants me to select the objects I want to include in this block. So I'm going to come up to the top right of my door. I'm going to click on the left mouse button and then release the left mouse button. And I'm drawing a window. Okay, after I draw the window, I'm going to left click to select it. And then I'm going to click on the enter button on the keyboard to confirm my selection. Now, this door is all one piece. Okay, so now I need to place the door. All right, so I want to kind of pick it up by that base point, bring it over here. Now you see, I've already placed all of my doors. All of my doors have an equal gap between the wall and the back of the door, which is 3 inches. Okay, all except for my exterior doors. Those are a little bit further away from the wall. But let's stick with the interior doors. So as an example, I'm going to use this bathroom right here. Or no, actually this is a bedroom right here. And I'm going to show you how to place the door in the wall. I'm going to grab it by its insertion base point. Okay, and remember, I said I wanted it 3 inches off of the wall. Okay, so if I'm going to put a door right here so someone can enter the room at this spot right here, I'm going to take my insertion base point and I'm going to activate the geometry right here. And I'm going to use my tracking, my guidelines to draw the door out from the wall 3 inches. Okay, now I don't have to manhandle the door. All I have to do is type in the 3 inches and hit the enter button. And now that door, that point, is 3 inches from this wall up here. So here's the wall, 3 inches down is that point, which is going to be the back of the door. I'm not finished with it yet, however, because you can't walk into a door in that way. That door is just not going to work like that. I have to rotate that door around just a little bit. So I'm going to come up into my Modify panel and click on the Rotate tool. I'm going to click on that same insertion base point to establish that as the base point for the rotation. As you can see, my dynamic input says specify a base point. So I click right here to specify that base point. Then I move my cursor and you can see the door starts moving along with the cursor. Okay, so it's rotating around that one point. So I bring it around until it snaps in. Okay, snaps in at 90 degrees. And then I click. So now I have that door, which is 3 inches from the wall, which is exactly the way this door is, just a mirror opposite. Next thing I'll do is take the trim tool and trim out these 2 lines. Now my door is finished. Okay. So to practice, you want to go around the rest of your design and place all of your interior doors. And that is it for interior doors. The next video I will talk about exterior doors.